Let's give you an update on this now. Hundreds of EFF supporters are gathering ahead of the party's protest at the Israeli embassy in solidarity with the people of Palestine. The party accusing Israel of committing crimes against Palestinian people. It's calling for South Africa's government to cut ties with Israel. The EFF's action follows that of the ANC on Friday, which also called for the embassy's closure, including the boycott of Israeli products. Let's speak now to Juniour Khumalo, who is watching that space for us. Juniour, good morning to you. What have you observed this morning?
Very good morning to you, Koli. It has become more than just an EFF protest here. We've seen parties like the Areta leader and former ANC spokesperson, Mr. Karl Nehaus, also joining this march, saying that he stands with the EFF's call to have this Israeli embassy here shut down in South Africa. He also stands in solidarity with the people of Palestine. But we also have a representative of Jama-ah, Mr. Imraan Moosa, who is also a Johannesburg councillor, who is here with us today. Mr. Moosa, this has become more than just an EFF protest to the Israeli embassy. Why have you decided as Jama-ah to join the EFF?
Yes, no, it's absolutely necessary. Thank you for having me. In support of a humanitarian cause, it's so obvious that one doesn't need a rocket scientist really to see and understand what's happening in Gaza. For many years, the atrocities and the genocide committed by the Israelis and the Jews that have been constantly bombarding Gaza and particularly the Palestinians in and around the area. It is time that there's some kind of solidarity across the world that now stands strong in support of this particular cause, which is totally a humanitarian cause in terms of ensuring that the Israelis stop the oppression and the genocide against the Palestinians. For far too long, as these bombardings have been taking place, and the oppressors now stood up, and the world has stood up, in fact, across the world, as I've mentioned, that there is many rallies like this particular one across the world, purely on the basis of a humanitarian basis, that when there is no water, there is no electricity, no health services, no food, and there is absolutely no trucks coming into Palestine due to the borders being closed. So it's making it very difficult for lives to be, ensured that they're all fine and they're healthy and they're looking after themselves. In the circumstances, we really need to support them across the world. We need to stand in solidarity and support for this particular cause. And anybody, whether it's a party of the EFF, Jama-ah, anybody that stands for this particular humanitarian cause, it is a solidarity one in terms of ensuring human lives are not lost at the rate the way it's going on presently. For far too long, have the world just stood and done nothing, especially America and UK. They've just stood up, and in fact they've been giving arms to Israel. And I think that's totally, inhumanitarian. It's injustice at its highest levels, that we just stand and we watch and we see lives being lost at the rate that it's going. So thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much. That is Councillor Imraan Moosa from Jama-ah, who's saying that this goes beyond party politics. It is a humanitarian cause. We know that Jama-ah in Johannesburg is actually in coalition with the ANC, but today they've come out in support of the EFF and its call to stand in solidarity with the people of Palestine, Mr. Koli.
That's our reporter there, and watching the space for us, Juniour Khumalo, at that EFF protest to the Israeli embassy. Thank you very much for the time being.